Democrats in Maine are locked in an increasingly public fight over who should replace Graham Platner in the state's Senate race, even before he said he's stepping aside. Platner's campaign collapsed after an accusation of rape surfaced, and it's ripped open long-simmering divisions between the party's progressive and moderate wings. Platner had already weathered a string of controversies this year: a tattoo linked to Nazi symbolism, old inflammatory Reddit posts, and questions about his relationships with women. He survived all of that. But after the rape accusation, much of the party turned on him, including leaders of the Maine Democratic Party and Senate Minority Leader Chuck Schumer. Those leaders are now pushing hard for Platner to step down before July 13, the deadline for Democrats to name a new nominee on the ballot. The stakes are high, the seat is seen as crucial to the party's hopes of winning back the Senate, and Platner would be running against longtime Republican Senator Susan Collins, who has proven difficult to unseat in the past. The Maine Democratic Senate Super PAC has already warned it will redirect $24 million in ad reservations to other states if Platner stays in the race. On Tuesday, Vermont Senator Bernie Sanders, one of Platner's earliest and most prominent supporters, added his voice to the calls for him to step aside, saying in a statement that in light of the serious allegations, he'd recommended Platner step back. Platner himself has denied the accusation. On a private call with campaign staff Monday evening, he reportedly said he still believed he had leverage over who would replace him, though he stopped short of announcing his withdrawal, according to people familiar with the call. He did, however, imply that a decision to step aside was coming. There are already signs the campaign is winding down. Platner's team stopped running ads on Meta platforms like Facebook and Instagram as of Tuesday, according to the company's ad disclosure database, after running multiple ads as recently as Monday night. Top Democrats now believe it's only a matter of time before Platner formally exits the race, which would let the party regroup in its effort to unseat Collins. The chaos echoes a moment almost exactly 2 years ago, when President Biden dropped out of his re-election bid and Vice President Kamala Harris was quickly elevated as the Democratic nominee, a process that, combined with the party's loss in 2024, left lasting scars within the party. And just like that moment, the question of who comes next is already dividing Democrats. Many on the party's left, including, it seems, Platner himself, want his successor to come from the progressive wing. For now, Maine Democrats are bracing for a nominee fight that could shape not just this Senate race, but the balance of power in the chamber. That's the story. Thanks for listening.